All right, guys, welcome to our show. We're going to open up the 2009 Goose in the Wild season here today. Guess what our topic is? Take a look, Bryce. Yeah?
Manual labor.
Manual labor? No.
No?
It's the white stuff.
Oh.
The stuff we call snow.
Don't tell me you're going to try to do a show just about snow.
Oh, you won't believe it, baby. And one thing we do with snow, and a lot of people don't like doing it, it's shovel it. And I about had it for the day. As you can see, I did all of this 1400 east here.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of snow.
Using this shovel, man. I about had it.
Well, we sure appreciate you doing all that work and keeping the roads clear for us.
All right.
Is that all you're gonna do?
Hey, I had somebody say that the reason our show is so popular is because we get these interesting topics. Guess what? We're gonna show you. I was dared that we couldn't do a show on just plain snow. Guess what? I've got some interesting guests, and we're gonna show you. We're gonna go from 1400 East in Spanish over to Salem Hills High, and we'll see you in just a minute.
Now wait a minute, you think this is gonna be interesting?
You watch and see.
I don't think you can do it.
We'll do it. We'll see you in Salem Hills High.
All right. Wow, you actually look like you've done this before, Goose.
That's right, baby.
I didn't think PE teachers knew how to write on a whiteboard.
Hey, there's a lot of things you don't know about PE teachers and coaches.
That's right.
Well, we want to introduce you to our first guest today. This is Lee Gilly. He teaches chemistry here at Salem Hills High. And so we thought we'd put him on the air today. And since our topic is snow, we're going to ask him the first question. Lee,
Okay.
does ice melt snow?
Technically, no, but it does work that way. Technically, what happens is it helps lower the freezing point. And as a result, it looks like it's melting to us. So.
Okay, so it should be really called ice heat?
Sure, if you want to use it that way.
Ice heat.
It's kind of a lot to put in one name, so ice melt makes the most sense probably.
Okay.
But yeah.
Now,
So,
just kind of tell our viewers what we got here on the board.
these are just some of the common, as we call them, salts. I mean, the most common salt that we all know of is the table salt, sodium chloride, we use with our meals. And then you've got your calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, and potassium chloride. And these are all used in different deicers. So just depending upon what you need, the sodium chloride, it doesn't work at real low temperatures, whereas the calcium chloride does. But then they have their different properties as far as being able to be corrosive with concrete or vegetation or whatnot. So.
Oh, nice segue. He mentioned the word concrete. I had a guy ask me yesterday, what does salt do to the concrete?
Well, from what I just studied not too long ago, apparently with concrete, there's that very top layer fluctuates a lot with temperature change. And we see that when ice and water gets in there, it can freeze, it can crack and whatnot.
Right.
Well, you add in that salt and it makes that expansion contraction go 100 times more. And so that's how it works to corrode the concrete, because it's accelerating what's normally going on. So.
Okay, so for the viewers, what would be the best thing to apply to their concrete to get the ice and snow off?
Typically this is probably your best one as far as the concrete, the magnesium chloride.
Okay.
Most stores will sell with the calcium chloride because it works the most effective, it works the fastest. The trick, I guess, is just to follow the instructions and not put too much. I guess most of us will just coat the whole place,
Okay.
and that's what makes it bad. We just need a little bit to break it up and then shovel off the ice.
Beautiful.
So.
All right. I told you he was smart, isn't he?
He is.
What do you think, Bryce?
I think he's pretty smart.
Do you have any snow questions for Lee?
Well, Lee, how about a demonstration?
Put one and one.
Oh, somebody threw their gum out.
Oh.
Somebody threw their gum out there in the snow.
Will this stuff melt gum too?
I don't think so.
All right.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
So yours is just regular rock salt. We'll throw this one and it'll work a little faster.
Okay.
So
All right. So what do we got here?
So this rock salt here, you got the blue rock salt crystals, and then the white little pellets is the calcium chloride. The calcium chloride absorbs the moisture out of the air, so it helps create a little more heat faster. And then you'll look at versus the regular snow. If you just want to time it for just a little bit, and you can see which one melts faster, just regular snow versus with the rock salt.
Then Bryce, if you want to look at this, I picked this up on our way in and somebody threw their gum out there in the snow. See that green gum?
You sure that's gum?
Well, it looks like gum to me.
Put it in your mouth and chew and tell me if it is. And I'd like to know what flavor. Go on.
He's a character, isn't he, guys?
I
Old
guess-
Bryce is a
I
character.
guess we're not going to get any takers on this.
No takers.
All right. That could be good gum.
Yeah, it could.
All right. What else are we going to do to fill time while we're watching this?
I think that we're going to thank Lee for being on our show
right.
and let him get to soccer practice.
That's right, we're starting conditioning. Get this boy's ready for season.
We was hoping we'd show the viewers the ice melt actually working.
Well, actually, Goose, in just a short amount of time here, we can see if we pick these both up, this one here with the ice melt in it, and that one without, you can see at the bottom of the glass in the corner how much more liquid there is.
Oh,
The
yeah.
one on the right versus the one on the left.
Well,
So
okay, that's a picker-upper, man.
Yeah.
I'm not so bummed out now.
that's good.
It's already turned to water there.
Yeah,
Chris.
doesn't
Yep.
take much time.
You want a
Okay.
drink of that? You won't try the gum? How
No,
about
we're not going to drink that, Bryce.
Can't get into doing
All right, we're going to move over to Spanish Fork High now. We got a biology teacher and a chemistry teacher there with some new questions. I told you we'd slip over to Spanish Fork High. That's where we are right now. So we're at our second guest today, and he's married to my cousin, right?
My brother is married to your cousin.
Yeah, that's right. He's married, his brother's married to my cousin. That would be the Meldrum family, right?
Right.
So, we're going to introduce you to Mr. Meldrum, teaches biology
Biology and physics.
and physics. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. And here's our first question for our viewers, because
Okay.
they're probably wondering, what's the chemical makeup of snow?
I'm sure they're wondering. Isn't everybody?
Look right in there and let's tell our viewers what the chemical makeup is.
Snow is made up of molecules of dihydrogen oxide that combine in the atmosphere. That's all.
I thought it was H2O, Goose.
That's what I thought too.
That's what I said.
You said
Oh.
dihydrogen oxide.
Dihydrogen oxide, H2O. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
All right. Now, we've done several things with what we do with snow. Over at Salem Hills, we melted it. Well, here at Spanish Fork High, we're going to color it. And do we eat snow?
A lot of people eat snow.
Okay, especially in the summer?
I've eaten snow, especially Spanish Fork snow. It's good snow. It was growing up.
Especially in the summer.
Yeah, especially in
All
the
right.
summer, if
Well,
you can
let's-
find enough of it.
Let's slip right over here, Bryce.
All right.
Snow in the summer?
I've never heard of that.
Well, let's take a look. Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of snow.
That kind of snow. Shaved ice
Okay.
across from berries.
Like artificial snow.
Yeah, okay. So another thing we can do with snow is to color it.
Okay.
And then after we get it colored, Mr. Meldrum,
Wow.
we like
Spanish Fork colors.
yeah, we like to eat it.
That's good.
Would we want to eat this snow today, though?
Where did you get that snow?
Bryce, where'd we get it?
I don't know, but I'm just glad that that's the way you colored it. I still don't think I'd eat it though because it came from outside on
It
the
did.
ground.
From the west side of the high school, right?
That's
If it
right.
came from the high school grounds, I think maybe it's safe not to eat.
Because over in Salem, we found a wad of gum in it, right, Bryce?
That's right. You wouldn't eat that, so I bet you won't eat this.
All
Some
right.
people eat gum.
Yep. So that's another use of snow, guys.
You know, you can find snow naturally red already, and some people eat that.
What, down in southern Utah?
No, like up on the other side of Temp, up in Uintas. Maybe in southern Utah.
And what gives it the red
There's a little
color?
algae that grows in it,
Oh.
makes it nice and red. They call it watermelon snow. Some people say it tastes like watermelon. So there you go.
Wow.
I told him to
Little
find
biology in here.
yeah,
You got it.
something unique to snow, little watermelon snow.
Ah.
I like it.
There you go.
Okay, man, appreciate
good
you.
luck.
You bet. All right, we're in the next room. Well, it's actually two rooms down, right? We're in Mrs. Polson's room, and she teaches chemistry?
Yep, chemistry and AP chemistry.
Okay. And what does the AP stand for?
Advanced placement. It's a college level chemistry class.
Wow.
Okay.
That's further than I ever went.
Now, Mr. Meldrum give us this great big name about what snow is. What would you like to tell our viewers what snow is?
Well, it's water, but you could call it dihydrogen monoxide, hydrogen oxide, hydrogen hydroxide, hydroxyic acid, technically. It's got lots of names in the chemistry world.
Wow. Now, I know our viewers want to know this. How does the rain get flaky? Huh?
Well, snowflakes are just frozen water. Anytime the water freezes, it forms a crystal structure. Like you see the big version of it when you freeze ice in the freezer and you get a nice ice cube there. But snowflakes happen, you get that extra good crystal structure when they freeze really cold temperatures. And they just line up according to the water molecules, their polarity. They kind of attach to each other in a certain pattern, a certain order, and you can get those snowflakes based on that pattern that they line up in.
So what makes Utah the greatest snow on earth?
Everything about Utah is greatest. We got to establish that first of all.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, don't forget it. And I would say that because it stays colder, it stays flakier longer and fluffier.
And
Rather than melting, when it starts to melt, then it starts to get hard and
so does
actually.
So that's not good snow he's got then, is it? That's kind
No,
of just hard
that
crystal.
well, I'm not much of a skier, but from what I hear from the skiers, that is not good snow for skiing.
especially
You
the
want
light.
it powdery.
Okay, light.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, here's a great question. And I didn't even set you two guys up for this. Here it is.
Uh-oh.
As we drive around town and we look in front yards, we see snowmen.
Yep.
I want to know why we don't see any snow women.
People are prejudiced, stereotyping, really. Maybe it's because the girls are always cold anyway, so they don't need to be standing out in the snow.
Oh, beautiful. Let's go over to the Mel. Let's go to Mr. Meldrum. Why don't we see any snow women?
Well, occasionally you do, but that's usually produced by people who are a little more brave, because it's hard to make that kind of a forum without your wife getting mad at you or whatever. And so we worry about that from a societal standpoint, to actually make those kind of shapes with snow. So that's...
You stepped out of biology into sociology.
Sociology.
Yeah. All connected.
Beautiful, guys. Now, what about our guest here? Who's
Hey,
this?
this is my student teacher, Michelle Merrill. She's teaching most of my chemistry classes right now, so I get to stand and watch. Sit and
Watch? Now, where's she from? BYU?
Yep, BYU
Oh, wow.
chemistry ed major.
What do you think, Bryce?
Hey, I'm a BYU man. What are you?
I'm a Utah man and a
Okay.
Weber man.
You're in the minority.
Really?
I am.
I got my bachelor's at Weber and my master's at Utah.
Oh, see, I knew we had something in
Yeah.
common, baby.
Oh, please.
All right, is that nice?
I'm gonna melt.
Okay. Hey, we appreciate these guys being on our show. We're going to go to a couple of more locations with some other guests. We want to thank Miss
Merrill,
Merrill,
Mr. Meldrum?
Mr. Meldrum,
Mrs. Polson.
Mrs. Polson for helping us out with Goose in the Wild. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Hey, we're looking inside a cab of a snowplow, Goose.
Yes, we are. We're going to introduce you to our next guest.
All
this,
right.
This is Dave Pay. And what's your job down here, Dave?
I'm on over the streets.
Over the streets?
How are you doing?
Welcome to our show. We just want to let our viewers know in the community how much for a fully loaded snowplow.
The cost of fully to buy one outright,
Yep,
you're talking probably $200,000.
200 grand, baby.
Cow. How much is your house worth, Goose?
Not that much. How much for a blade?
For a blade, probably $700.
$700 to replace a blade. Now, you had one of your drivers got hit by a train, right?
Yes. This has been a few years back.
A few years back.
I was up by east of Olson Sheep Farm, blind intersection there that you can't see the train, and
Do they have a light there now?
no,
Still don't have a light.
just stop.
Oh,
sign,
just a
yeah.
stop sign, no red light. And how did the driver turn out?
A few stitches in the head.
A few stitches in the head, but he's okay now?
Yep.
He's back to work?
Yep,
All right, and that's Brian, right?
yep.
Is Brian gonna love us showing these photos?
Oh, he'll love it.
Yeah, just make sure you get his last name in there too.
Brian Trainwreck Grace.
Was it totaled,
Yes,
but you kept the blade?
yes.
Will you ever use that blade again?
In fact, we do have that snowplow we will put on another truck.
Oh, on another truck. All right. Now, we're going to ask you this, Dave, so the community knows. What is your number one pet peeve when you're a snowplow driver?
We have a problem with parked cars on the road. It makes it harder for us to plow the streets and do them the way they need to be done. One of our biggest problems, we just plow the streets and then the homeowners push the snow right back out in the street and then it freezes if we don't get a chance to come back to them.
So that makes a nice speed bump in the road.
Yes, it does.
And it takes quite a while for that speed bump to melt, right? Okay, we've melted snow, we've colored snow, and we're down here at the maintenance shop showing you that snow is pushed, right?
Yes, sir.
And what's a typical shift when it's snowing heavy for a driver? How many hours?
We won't have one driver stay in the truck for over 12 hours. We'll try to rotate a driver for him after 12 hours. 12 hours is plenty of time, we figure, for a snowplow operator.
Beautiful. All right, so next time,
We have a total of 5 snowplows.
5 snowplows. I notice there's a lot of gadgets and gauges on the dash here. Do you have to be a high school grad to run these?
Pretty close.
Pretty close, okay.
They're not too complicated to run. Right here you have your sander control, your plow control.
Oh,
You move your plow back and forth,
oh,
sideways or straight. Usually we run it on an angle. Then you're forward and up and down with
oh, wow.
your blade. Here you have your spinner control. You can adjust how much salt comes out of the back end of this truck. You know, your lights, your spinner lights, and your lights to show you. You got a light here on the back end to see how much salt's coming out. And you have a retarder on the front, on the dash, your heat, and all your gauges control the truck.
Now, what's a retarder?
Retarder.
Steady, Goose.
Huh?
Steady now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bryce Walker.
that is to help slow you down, like a jake brake. You probably heard of a jake brake?
A jake brake? Yeah, okay. I like that. I learned some things here today. How about you, Bryce?
I did. I always learn things with you, Goose, and sometimes it's useful.
All right. Okay, guys, we're going to go to our next guest.
Sorry.
We're up at our last location to close our show, like I promised you. And our guest is Mr. John Mendenhall. And he works up here at the Powerhouse, Strawberry Water Users.
Strawberry Water Users Powerhouse.
All right, welcome to our show, man.
Glad to be here, Goose.
Don't you live next door?
I live right next door, just through the way.
Okay, so we've melted snow, we've colored it, we've pushed it. Another thing we can do is we get to read the snow, right?
Right.
What are we going to see, John?
Out here we'll see the thermometer. It's called a thermistor that measures the temperature that we have and gives us our high and low for the day.
Oh, shoot, Goose, I just realized something.
What's that?
We're out of time.
No, we're not.
We're not going to be able to go see this thing. We're out of time today.
No, we're at the Powerhouse. There's plenty of power.
No, I'm serious. We got to wrap this show. I guess we'll just have to disappoint our audience. Not going to be able to show this after all.
Oh.
So, hey, but there is one good thing about it.
What's that?
You're not going to be able to get away from me for the ending this time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, here you are, and I got you. So you get to close the show without me having to hunt for you.
You watch me. Look over there.
What? What's he pointing to?
He's gone.
Goose! Oh, man, he did it to me again. Oh, man. Maybe he's gone inside of here. Let's take a look.
Well, we've got to find one goose. Can it be that difficult?
Let's go on a goose hunt. You got your
got it.
ammo?
I've got ammo.
All right, let's go find it.
Let's see where Goose may be at this time.
Powerhouse Road right now. I thought maybe Get him before he flies. There we got him.
All right. Hey, you know how we close our show. Have a great day. Even though it's overcast and a little blustery up here, nonetheless, it's still a great day. And remember, we love you. We truly do. Until our next show, this is Goose signing off.